Hey folks, we are in fact live here, so hopefully this one doesn't too much of a scuff compared to the last one. And once more, we start off just like I said, and we start off scuffed. A little bit of a double echo. Yeah, to turn off my Twitch stream. Okay, so we're looking at Bridge Too Far. I'm sure you guys have seen this one. Long time since this has probably been on screen, if ever. And we're going to be playing this one. Now, this is Block by Bloody Block. This is the first campaign game in the historical ASL, and we're going to be playing in solitaire, testing out my rules. You may have been following along on the Discord as well as on Facebook's solitaire. We have Don, one of the guys helping me playtest. He's running through this right now, and he's been posting quite a lot. And this is my version of it as well. So we're trying out a couple new things. Right now, I'm looking at version 1.17 of my rule set, and yeah, we're going to see how things go. Now we've added volume's low, eh, Frank? Okay, let me turn that up a bit. How's that? How's that? A little bit better? Check one, two. Check one, two. I'm in a living room, so I got two TVs going on behind me, but that should be pretty good now, I think. Let me know if that's good, Frank. I'm used to having my normal microphone in front of me. I think that's going to be a lot better. I'm not hitting the red line, so that should be pretty good. All right, so the rule set. One thing we're going to be trying here is now, normally in A Bridge Too Far, um, from my understanding, I've never played the actual historical campaign myself. I've had the rules forever, but I've never actually played the thing. So we're going to find out how it goes. But in them, they never have booby traps because it's very hard on the British to play. Booby traps are just one more thing that's going to take effect. However, they do have mines. Now, it's very hard to model mines in solitaire. Everybody knows where they are, and it's hard to model. So what we're going to do is we're going to implement booby traps, only for the enemy. Enemy's only going to have it. We're going to implement that with a die roll. So we're going to use this for your typical task checks. So if you have any 10, 11, 12s, we're going to have booby traps. We're also going to use it for our command die rolls. Now that's going to be scary because the dice bot freaking hates me. I don't know why, but it does. As well as any string die rolls. Now this is interesting because the first mission is a nighttime mission. So if there's any string die rolls, that might trigger mine attacks as well. Now this is all play testing. We're going to see how it works. But we're going to have command die rolls and string die rolls with a potential. Now because we have vehicles, we're also going to include in that a possibility of an AT mine strike. So now this is written explicitly for Camper Piper, but I'm going to try it in A Bridge Too Far to see how it goes as well. So we're going to have a booby trap level and a corresponding attack AT mind strength if they roll. Now in Camp Group Piper, what we have are what they call objective hexes. Uh, Loss of concealment. Yeah, right. So I mean that's simple. That one there is if you get any PTC, you just lose your concealment. That is on the right. If it's a pinning task check or better, you're going to lose any kind of concealment you gain. The best thing to look at for that is the actual chart itself. The um, what are they called? Well, concealment loss gain chart in the rulebook itself. Yes, no problem there, Matthew. If you have any questions, by all means, I'm here to help new guys learn as well. So let me show you the chart I'm talking about if I can, then I'll jump back into booby traps quickly. So what you're looking for is this chart right here. All right, this chart right here is a godsend. So 812 121, which basically just in a table chart is exactly what you're looking for. It tells you exactly the circumstances of when you can lose it, when you can gain it. But basically, what you're saying, anytime you get a PTC, on the IFT and or a NMC or even worse a K, you're going to be losing any kind of concealment. It's going to strip it off you. And if you go to the IFT, if you're a lot of Europeans like to use the IFT, the incremental IFT, anytime you see one of these CTCs, this will not strip concealment. This is a conditional task check. This CTC will not strip concealment. It has to be a PTC. So just remember that. If you ever use the IIFT, a CTC will not strip it. It has to be a PTC. Okay, so this was a huge concern with a lot of people. When they see this, they think it's extra stripping. It's not. Okay, so just remember that. Yeah, so in Camp Group Piper, they have what they call objective hexes. And what we're doing for the purpose of booby traps in that game, because again, they don't have them, is we're limiting it to a 6-hex radius around there. If you have a command die roll, string die roll, or a task check, then you'll initiate a booby trap result against one of your vehicles or your unit. But we don't have those here in a bridge too far. We're just going to do the booby trap itself. So we'll see how it works. It might be too powerful, but in some initial playtesting that Don was doing, we found that it was way too easy because you can see the forces that are arrayed against you. So here we're looking at 7 paraplatoons, right? And 7 648s is a lot for these guys to deal with. And historically, these are garrison troops, so they're all second lines primarily. There is an SS platoon here, but primarily it's Volks Grenadier at 436s, 447s, and the one SS platoon represented somewhere in this red and olive drab colors. So I've actually fleshed them out by giving them one more rank of concealment, so I've stiffened their defenses. But again, it's might be a bit of overkill, but just to stiffen it up because it's quite easy to push into this territory with the given defense is the way it is in solitaire because it's so difficult to have a strong defense when random number generation is an issue. Anyway, so that's booby traps. Now, something else that one of my other players, Frank, brought in or thought about was one thing that's going to happen is you can see here we have a convoy set up. And per the campaign, this convoy is going to enter on turn 1. They're going to come lollygagging down this road, and eventually they're going to exit off the board, except I'm going to intercept them probably on this segment of road here. I'm going to park my 57 long AT gun right here, and we're going to shred them. Now, we're going to have a bunch of spectators sitting here, SS and whatnot, eating popcorn, watching that, and they're not going to do shit because the rules don't allow for that. So, what Frank was thinking, and I was thinking, how do we model this too? And he came up with a very good idea. How do we go about fixing that spectator attitude? So, what we're going to do is we're going to implement a variant of that, and that's what this is right here. So it gets away from the just sitting back and watching because again in solitaire, and this is directed for the people that play solitaire by the way. So if you're a normal ASL player, you know, ignore if you will. This one here, this rule basically lets gives the suspect a chance to activate. Now it can't react, but it can activate, and then when it's its turn, then it can react. But rather than just sit here and watch the goings on, it actually has a chance of generating something. So again, we're going to see how that plays out here as well. So all right, enough of that babble. Let's get into the turn 1. So we have, as usual, no wind at start, EC or moderate, and we have parameters. Now the REs are quite low, 3, 4, 5, which we'll see how that goes. We have an AC of 4, and because I've given them this extra rank of suspects, we're going to get a lot of activation, I think, that we're going to have to worry about. So we do have custom generation tables, but we're not going to use them because we have very specific what can be generated. And therefore, we're going to have a limitation on what they can get. So you can see right there. And let's just start off with our first die roll of the game, the good old wind change / NVR. and we get a 5. So not too bad, nothing changes, no NVR, and no wind. Now I got all cloaking except for my two vehicles, two Jeeps. One is hauling a mortar, dismantled, and the other one is my 57 long. Now my mortar, I intend on parking it here in L4, and I'm going to have a spotter up in the steeple up in the second level, which is going to be able to see over these orchards. And then in the daytime, I should be able to rain down some spotted fire down into this area right here. Now, this 1.5 level building might get in the way a little bit, but I should be able to do something over there. It's about the only high level building besides rooftops in this area, but that's for the next day. So it's usually always a good idea to have a rough plan for the future when you're doing this kind of stuff. All right, so now I haven't broken down any of my guys into half squads, so you can see what we have here. So I have Colonel Frost. We've got a bunch of 9.2s, 9.1s. I was really lucky in all my roles with my leaders. I do have a lot of 9.1s, the 9.2s. I only got one 7.0, and everything else is an 8.1 or better. So we're really well equipped with leadership, and I have not broken down any half squads. And my plan is a two-front approach. These guys are going to take the northern part, secure block C, D, maybe even block A, and push into block H. These guys are my ambush to set up to take out the convoy, and maybe I can secure block J, at a minimum, maybe block I, and look to a view. Blockhouse would be nice, but it's a bit early to be pushing in that far. Again, we're going to have to see how far we can get. And because it's a historical campaign game, we're going to have a variable game length. And starting on turn 5, we start rolling for game end. Now, because it's nighttime and we don't want it to go on forever, we're going to add a -1 DRM to the nighttime game end starting on turn 5. So we could get a game end on turn 5, which is not a lot of time to generate blocks. So let's start with um, the movement phase. Now, the British have very poor OBA. It's not going to even exist until I think it is 18 evening. So it's going to be the next midday evening kind of time frame that we're looking at. All right, we need to bring this thing in here. All right, so let's go right to movement phase. Now we got a 10-2, so I'm going to go to my cloaking chart and we're going to do Colonel Frost. He's going to do his command roll. Easy peasy. 10-2 is always a good bet. It's pretty bad when he starts to fail. Now everybody's within 2, which means all of these other leaders are going to be in command as well. And that means that the junior leaders will then be able to be in command as well. So everybody in the north is fine. And now I need my 9-2 here to make it. He's pushing his luck, but that means all the 9-1s will be in as well. And then those guys can move. So I've actually only got 3 units, 3 stacks without any kind of leadership. All right, so first things first, let's grab some territory. We'll move the Jeep last. So let's move B, and that is my one squad. And we're going to move. I have to be wary of straying as well, even though it is city. I'm going to be confined with the block, so it's not a huge concern, but I do have to be wary of the booby traps issue. So we're going to go here for 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to be able to enter the building just yet because of the late CX. Won't be enough. Extra +1, remember, at night to enter any kind of concealed terrain. I can tell already I'm going to need one of my move things here. All right, so that's 3. Let's actually come here for 3. We'll advance into here, secure that building, then we'll jump into this one in our next turn. I should have CX is what I should have done. All right, Charlie is Colonel Frost. Let's send in, I put him with my engineers, and we want them to help ferret out anything that crops up here. So we're going to go for a jaunt, and we're going to CX him. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We want to get into the church before the fireworks start, and then we're going to try and blast some roads. Maybe we can even set our ambush up here. We won't be able to use a 57, but engineers of flamethrower would do a good job, and that would initiate it here early. Now, one thing I've done is I've written up an SSR where these red are, which are hold attitude. Normally, they're not going to do anything. I put them on the offensive if this truck gets ambushed. So I got to be wary of that. Whenever I hit it, I have to be ready to receive those guys. All right, Echo. So we got a squatty, eh? So that's going to be 3. That's going to be 6, 7. Advance. So yeah, we'll CX. We'll come through the building for 3. That'll be 6. Well, I guess we can come here for 4. That would be 5. This would be 8. So we get our first victory, first building. We want small. And then Delta. Uh, all right, Alco, right. Delta is these guys here. Now, I forgot to check. They have nothing. There's no big weapons, right? Because they're airborne. I don't have any heavy weaponry yet. They're going to come in later on again because of the restrictions. And Delta is going to do the same thing. So we'll come here for 3, 4, 5. Would be 8 to go into D6, which gets us that building as well. So the beginning is going to be quite boring. I'm just going to more or less grab real estate, secure as many blocks as I can, and look for the future. CX. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. That would be 6. And then I would not have enough to enter another building. And this is a row house, so I'd have to stop here. So I guess I didn't need to CX, so well. And then Foxtrot, I think was, yeah, this guy here. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be 7. We'll come here for 8. Now, if we were to move, we would have to do a string die roll, but we're just going to be advancing, so we don't have to worry about that now. But our next move, we're going to have to worry about a string. All right, and now we go to the south, and let's start with Victor, which is just infantry. And we want to split up, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with a road bonus. 6, 7 with a CX would be the G18, advance, advance, advance. Yeah, so let's do that. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with the road bonus. Then we're going to split up into our components into those three buildings. We have a leader and a Piat. We need a Piat to help with the vehicle ambush. So we don't have to worry about backblast, so I can leave him in the building. We're going to park our 57, maybe Delta, maybe F-18. Oh, I didn't move my vehicle yet either. If I leave it here and we hit the ambush at this intersection, these guys are way out of range for any kind of interaction. So when they go on the attack, they're going to have to come through all this where I'll be in position to intercede. I want to catch them in the open when they activate so I can hit them in the move. All right, we're going to CX anyways. And 1, 2, 3, 4, that would be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, that would be 7. We get another building. Now, per the campaign again, for a bridge too far, there's no scenario victory conditions. It's just win all or not. And to win everything, we need to control 5 victory blocks at the end of the campaign dates, which is going to be difficult, to not say the least. For the last, 3/4 of the campaign for the big one, we don't even get any CPP. So we're going to be good for the first 5 days. After that, it's going to suck. I won't lie. All right, T, we have 2 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 6, 6, 6, eh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we may as well. We'll just CX. I hate when I do that. All right, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think we're going to jump to G17. And that'll let these guys occupy these 2 blocks here. All right, and then we have S. And S is 3 squaddies. Oh, that should be dismantled. I do have 2 mortars. Where's my other one? Here, those should be dismantled. All right. 1, 2, 5, 6. 1, yeah, CX. Go 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. P. So we're gonna go 1, 4, 7, and we'll end up here. All right, so that'll be yeah, CX 1, 4, 7, and then we'll come into D16 and we'll claim that one as well, or D18. All right, R. Now I want to take these ones. So 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then I'll start sweeping into the south. So 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we have our vehicles. All right, so you'll be starting in motion, facing that way. So that'll be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. NVR is 3, so this is going to be a 6 hex range. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can't come any farther because the guys up here might see him. So I'm just going to have to wait here. Uh, yeah, let's wait in motion. All right, down here. We're going to go 2, 4, 6, 8. We're going to stop. Let's unlimber and we'll face that way. All right, Frank. Have a good day, buddy. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so I think we're good with our movement phase. Let's go defending fire none. And Germans normally would get an artillery strike, but again, they have no eyes on anything, so we're not going to do that. Although I could do an IR. They do have IR capability. Let me check that. Oh, I didn't write it down. Damn it. That was dumb. I'll have to check that quickly. OBA. So HE and smoke looks like no IR. Yeah, all right. So unfortunately, they only have smoke and HE, so I'm not going to bother with the artillery strike just yet. They can't see anything, so we're just going to go to route phase and then advance phase. All right. Now we'll jump into this building. Gets me you. You'll come into there. Yeah, the first couple turns is basically just going to be a land grab. Oh wait, I wanted to go back here. Get as much of this real estate as possible. This will help deny the enemy chance to set up in our rear, which we don't want them to do for subsequent turns. Let's be sequential on this. Keep hitting the wrong one. Whoever made this toolbar is amazing. This function here, you have these the board zoomer, and then you have the hideable control markers, with all these different shades and stuff. So you can fill in a whole bunch of stuff. Very, very cool. Quite a handy extension. Highly recommend it if you don't already have. And then we're going to come into G10. Get that building. You're going to come here. Let's stay away from the interior so we don't have to do too many string die rolls. And we're going to split up V. This would be VA, and this would be VB. Oop. You're going to come there. All right, we'll take that. And you are going to come here. That give me both sides of that row house. Now I still need to collect this one as well, but first things first, let's do V, A, and B. So we're going to split up. You two guys are going to go forward, and you guys are going to come here. So you guys are going to be VA, and you'll be VB. All right, and I think that's going to be it for the British first turn. If I turn this off, will I see them? Yeah, okay, there they are. Not too bad, bit of a land grab already. And we can go to the German turn. All right, NVR wind change. We have a Jesus wind change. NVR is now increased. And we have gust for this turn only. Not that it matters because there's no smoke. So we are higher. Why did that disappear? Oh, I see. Right, we have a 4 NVR, which is, to be honest, not going to be good. I needed more cover, not less cover. We have gust, which again don't matter for us right now. We have no smoke. Our guys are coming on board. We have no REs to worry about, and no reinforcements just yet. So now let's do. Let's go right to move. And we'll start with our convoy. Now I've written in that the convoy is not going to panic ever, so they're always going to be moving. And we'll start. Convoy is 2 move per hex, plus knight is an extra move, so it's going to be 3 movement points per hex. So they're going to go 3, 6, 9, 12. And then they're going to have to turn each. Well, this guy will, so that'll be 13. And I know I'm going to lose count because I am like that. And basically it's going to be 4 hexes, 4 per hex from here on in. So this will be 17, This will be 21. Then we're going to come up this way for 25. And they're going to have to stay in motion. All right, and that is going to be it for turn 1 for the Germans. Nothing that they can do. They can't see anything. And yep. All right, so let's go to turn 2 for us. Wind change. Wow. Okay. Well, no MVR change. Um, almost got a wind change there. We're not using interrogation either because it doesn't play well with solitaire, so we're not going to be using it. And let's go to move. Right, so we need to get a little bit closer to you guys. Let's go with you here first now. Sometimes easier just to use the units rather than the cloak encounters, so I don't have to keep going back and forth, but it is what it is. All right, so this is R. R is a 9-1. So let's do a 9-1 command die roll using command. And anybody within 2 is as well, which means this guy here can move 2. So let's go, that would be bypass plus concealed terrain would be 4. I can't even enter that location. So that's 4. Um, I guess I bypass 5, then 6, and I can always advance into there. You are going to come here. For 1. You're going to have to do a movement die roll because you're not adjacent to a road anymore. All right, you don't stray because we didn't roll a 6 on the color die, which then means you can enter this location for a total of 4 moves. You're out of move, and we get that building. You guys and you have to make your own rolls unless this is a leader, which I think it is. Yes, we have a 9-2. Great. Good thing he's a 9-2. And we'll start infiltrating forward. Let's just go 1 hex here. You're going to do the same. And you guys are going to come here for 4. And go 5, 6. So we'll get lots of real estate. We're going to set up in G16 or 17 with this guy. And we're going to, between the gun and these guys, we're going to ambush that convoy. Now we have P, who is a 9-1, falls under the 9-2, which means he can move independently as well. Oh, we forgot one here. So the wall will be 1, the building will be 4. And then, oh wait, no, we already have that building because of this guy here. You're just going to hang out in this building here. And again, that'll be my ambush crew. All right, U needs to make a command die roll, and that is a 9-1. All right, so the 1, 2, this would be 5. 1, 2, 5, advance. 1, 2, 3, 4, limit of the night vision. So I don't have to worry about it yet. 1, 4. I'd have to advance. All right, we're going to use you by yourself. You're going to be UA. And we're going to send in by your lonesome. You're going to bypass 1, 4. You guys are going to go 1, 2, 5. All right, you need to do a movement die roll. All right, so we don't stray. You're going to come in here for, what's F anyways? 8, 1, 2 squads. If I send in one squad to secure this building, I could send in the leader and the other guy to secure this building. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Yeah, we'll do that. So we're going to send the squad in here as FA. And F is going to go bypass 1, 2, 3 for the wall, 4, 5. I need to do a straying die roll for him. Movement die roll. All right, he doesn't stray, and therefore we can do what we wanted to do. All right. And we get those two buildings. Now you, that was a command roll I should have made for F. All right, now we have Gulf. Gulf is a 9-1. 1, 4, 5, 6. So we could split. I could go one squad here for 4. I could do 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 3, 6. All right, let's get rid of that. We'll send in one squad by his lonesome here as GA. And then you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 6. All right, then we get 2 more pieces of real estate. And then we need to get another command die roll from Echo and Delta. Echo is the 9-2. He will be in command, which means a 7-0 will as well. So that would be a 4, 5, 6, and then I could advance in and claim both ends of that row house. So we're going to do that with delta. We're going to go 1, 4, 5, 6. You are going to go, how do we do this? Echo. We got 3 buildings, one of which is a row house. And we have 2 squads. Well, you're going to be by your lonesome, Echo Alpha. You're going to come back here for 3. You're going to come into here for 4. And I guess that's all you're doing. All right, then we go to Bravo. And we have 1 dude. All right, so he needs his own command die roll. And we rolled a 10, so he's panicked. I guess it's inevitable. Luckily, we didn't roll an 11. Booby trap level, by the way, is A. So if I roll an 11 or 12, we got a booby trap, which is not something I want to see. And that leaves our mortar and Colonel Frost right here. So that is Charlie. We got 2 engineer squads. I think I want to send them here and here. So that would be 3. This would be 6. We're going to go dink dink. And we'll collect this building as well. And we'll come back. All right, that's enough of that. That's our move. Defending fire. Do I want to do an artillery strike potential? Do I want to? Hmm. And what I'm talking about, for those of you who don't know, is this right here. Enemy artillery strike every defensive fire phase, prep fire phase. If you're German, there is a chance if I roll these numbers here that they might get a artillery strike. The problem I have right now is they can't see anything, and it's all randomized anyways. So it's a question of whether or not I would do that. I think I may have to add if no enemy is activated, they don't get that. Well, I mean, there is activation, but actually, OBA is NA during the initial scenario, I believe. Yes, yes, yeah. Completely forgot. Enemy artillery strike is NA in the night scenario. So I don't have to worry about it. Okay. All right. That's it for that. And now we can go to advanced phase. All right, so we said we're going to set up in this location. We're going to come forward here, get more real estate. We'll put you into that building. You guys are going to start. Right at the edge of their vision. Not great. Let's go here. And we wanted this one here. Now D, we're going to split up. We're going to put D alpha here. And D will go here. And D alpha will be you. All right, then we're going to come up here, get that. Hopefully you don't stay panicked for the rest of the game. And then we're going to send you up here. And so we've got C, D. We're contesting block H. We have block G pretty well, and we have block E under our control, contesting block I. Not too bad for the start. All right, and now we go into the German turn 2. Okay, wind change. They have a 7, no RE, and no wind change. NVR is still 4. And let's go right to move, commencing our maneuvering. So we're still going to be at 4 per hex because of the turning they're going to have to do. So this will be that'll be 4, 8. It'll be 12, 16, 20, and then we can finally switch our vehicle covered arc. All right, 20. Now we're back to 3, so this will be 23 and 26. So that would be 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, turn 3. So they're going to be in the kill zone in turn 4, maybe turn 5, they're going to be in our kill zone. They're going to be in our kill zone just as we're getting close to possible game end. It'll be interesting. And that's it for the German turn, so nothing to do there. And we'll go to turn 3. Wind change. Nice low rolls for us. Too bad we don't have any random events ourselves. And let's go to, I should probably get off the thing and then just set up the mortar tube, shouldn't I? I'm going to do that now. All right, let's get rid of pins. And we'll go to prep fire move. This guy's in motion, command die roll from Frost. Frost is in command, which means this guy can stop and we can finally get off the Jeep. We'll assemble it in the defensive fire phase. This guy needs to roll a command die roll, which he does. And now we can start moving again. So let's go here for 3. You need to make a command die roll. That's a panic. That's a booby trap. Shiza. Echo. One of you is a booby trap. Damn it. Leader squad. Damn it. All right, casualty reduction. Wound die roll on the leader. So he's wounded. And this guy's casualty reduced. That sucks. Oh, it doesn't like these counters. Well, that sucks. All right, I'll have to change those, I guess. Yeah, that's bad. Alrighty. So 6 for 8 for that guy by himself. We have a panic over there. Not great. And that guy is a 6 for 8, so he's fine. Let's go here for 3. Oh, I should have CX. I could have made it there, but I'll advance into this location. That's fine. See, invent a rule and then you get screwed by it. Frost is in command, which means this guy can move, which means this guy will be in command as well as GA and DA. So you and you are in command. So 7-0. All right, so you're in command now. You guys are going to marry up. So D will be complete. And I think we want to go this way together. So D will be joined up. And then we're going to start taking block F. You're in command. You need a command die roll. And then we're going to marry, or actually we're going to come here. And you're going to come here. This guy needs to do a movement die roll. All right, no straying, so we can do what we wanted. FA needs to do a command die roll, which he makes. Now he needs a movement die roll because he's in the middle. All right, no straying. Now I could. This is a blind hex because it's behind the woods. And you're in the cellar behind a wall, so you can't see anything. So this guy's fine. He's going to go 1, 4. And you're pretty well going to stay there in anticipation of these guys going on the advance. I'm going to have to get into L10 as well, and then I cannot go any further. F. F, we have 8-1. Where is Alpha? You're up here. All right. So you're going to come here for 2. You'll have to come into this location for 5. Then you're going to have to stop because you don't have enough move to go anywhere. And your next move is going to be a straying die roll. All righty, so let's put you guys together, I think. And we're going to come here for 4. You'll advance. You guys in T are 2 squatties, eh? So that's going to be 4 move. 1, 2, 3, 4. You would probably see that, but that's going to be a +2 with knight, too far away for your activation, so you're not going to be able to see it. So let's go to here. You guys are going to wait for my ambush, and then we're going to need VA and VB to join up with you. All right, so your leader. We need R here. Made a command die roll, which is my 9-1. All right, so how do I do this? Where do I set up? K20? 1, 2, 1, 4. 1, 4, and then advance. 1, 4. Yeah, we'll do that. All right, you guys have to get back over there. So you're going to go to, now you're going to have to do a movement die roll, which you're lucky you didn't roll a 6. That's very close. And then you're going to come here for 3. What is B? VA, VB. So you're just units. Okay. You'll advance to J17. And then U2 and U2 will be my ambush squad, starting off with the 57, popping them. And then we'll just have to wait and see what springs. Okay, so that's it for move. I believe everything is done. And then we can go to advanced phase. Let's get rid of this and we'll join up. So Echo is back together. And you're going to come here. So alpha block is mine. You guys are going to join up as well. G and GA. I guess I could stay there. That's going to be a +3. It's still going to be too much to activate. And you're going to come here as well. This is getting really, really close to the enemy. I don't know if I want to do this, but I need to claim the territory, so I guess I have no choice. Not what I want to do. All right, and we want to put B here. BA, you're fine there. R is going to come here. Now we're going to set up there, and we're not going to go any further to the east. We want to wait for these guys to come alive when we hit the ambush. Actually, it's not going to be very many because it's only ground level. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's only 15 ground level that are going to be coming alive, so it's not that horrible. This will be the biggest advance right here, these guys. So we should be doable. All right, that's it for turn 3 for the British, and we go into turn 3 for the Germans. Wind change. And we finally get a random event for the Germans. All right, so what is it? 42. Let's see what it is. 42 is a local counterattack. All righty, so that's a little unexpected. So we have closest to a friendly unit, which is going to be one of you or one of you. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 available. So let's see which one. Top from north to south. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you, no, you, and you on the roof. So 1, 2, really? 1, 2. So you on the roof are the target, and everything within 2 is checked for activation. So let's see what you get. Now we do have 4, and our activation parameters are we have hold attitude in a VPO, so that's a -1. And that's it right now. So a 5 or less will be activated. All right, so this guy is activated and he is red, which means he's going to produce something here. So what is it going to be? It's a 3, which means it's an SS. On a subsequent die roll, 1 or a 2, he gets a leader with a on G3. So we have an 8. Which gets us a -1 for SS, will be a 8-1 leader. 658 and an 8-1 leader. All right, so that is that. Now we got to find every suspect within 2 is going to be eligible for activation as well. And they become advanced attitudes. So, uh, buddy up here on the roof. This guy. Again, he's a 5 or less, so yep. And he's going to be SS. Now, we only have a limited number of leaders available. He's on the roof, which means there's no chance of getting a fortified building. And there's a chance we might actually have wire as well. So let me do it for the first guy. We do not have wire for this guy. We don't have wire, so he's just going to be a 658 on the roof. and they all go advance. And then we have to check everybody else. So you in the cellar are activated as an SS. No wire. I've just realized I don't give them any weapons. Derp. That's a derp move. They are an SS platoon, so they should be entitled to weaponry. They are a rifle platoon and a Volksgrenadier platoon. And there's also a 436 platoon in there as well. So a Volksgrenadier and a rifle platoon. Get an LMG and a PSK. And a Volksgrenadier gets a LMG. All right, well, I'll figure that out later. And this guy up here on the roof as well, activated. He is a SS. All right, and then we have uh, 3 guys in cellars. 1, 2, 3. Let's do it quickly. 1, 2, 3. 2 of them are not, so you guys are not activated because they get no -1 for being in the cellar. So those guys are actually gone. And that leaves you here as an activation as a, that would be a Grenadier, 447. All right, so that's the advance. Now I got to give them weapons. So let's go 1, 2 for an LMG. 1, 2, 3. So they got 2 LMGs. Black ones. And the Volksgrenadier has one as well, maybe. No. And that is the counterattack local. All right, so that was interesting. All right, prep fire. Now they're on the advance, which means they're going to move, so they're not going to be shooting. Prep fire. We could do, no, there's no artillery strikes, so that's fine. And now we do movement phase. So let's do the convoy, because they get automatic movement command. And we're going to go 3, 6. This will be a turn coming up. Plus 3 will be 10. A turn will be 14. Then we'll be at 18 for the next turn. 22. Then we'll be at 26. All right, and everybody will be facing that way again. 26, staying in motion. So turn 5 or turn 4, they'll be coming down the garden path. And now we can do the infantry. All right, so they're going to start moving. Let's see what kind of move command that would be. So that's a 7. 7 for infantry would be advanced attitude. Full move towards nearest friendly controlled VPO location, which for them is directly in front of them. So for them to come down, first of all, let's roll for a panic attack. Now they're not going to do any kind of human way, so they're going to move independently. We'll start with this guy over here. So he doesn't panic. To come downstairs would be 1, 2. This would be a 3. You need to do a command die roll. So that's in command. I'm not sure what that is. That is F, A, and F. Let's put them on the board. May as well. F, A, and F. Right, so you made your command roll, which means you can drop this and you could fire. Now, do I want to do a trip paraflare? The jig is up now. They've lost any chance of stealth because they're now on the advance. So I could fire on the 12. It would be a oh, they'd have wall advantage too because they're behind the wall. Shit. That would be a 12 plus 1 because of the wall. The orchard would get them canceling out the night bonus because of the height, which means it'd only be a plus 1 on the 12. But do I fire a paraflare or not? I don't think I do. No, I don't think I do. Let's just do a first fire attack. All right, so 12 up 1. All right, well, we hit a sniper. Wait, the snipers are way too low. I did not account for the night, so they actually up to 5 and 5. Because remember, every nighttime they're increased by 2, so I have to bump them up. I did the counters, but I didn't do it on the info. All right, so 5 and 5. So ignore that. That's a 4 on the 12. 4 on the 12 is a 3 check. Bloody hell. And that would be an ELR. So you guys do not have underlying morale because of this location, what we're doing here. And therefore you would have ELR replaced. I think you're a 548. Let me confirm. Yeah, not considered underlying except for assault engineers. All right, so you're a 548. And then we would have 6 residual in that location. All right, not too bad. You in the cellar. 1 to come upstairs. This would be 3. You're going to final. That's now going to be a 6. You're also going to have wall advantage. So 6 up 1. 7 on the 6 is an NMC. And they break. To residual in that location. On the roof. To go downstairs would be 2. That would be 3 for the wall. It would be 6 into this building, which we're going to do. I don't think I want to fire at you while you're in the building. Although I could fire at you on the first level. I would get the +1 for night. No, I would not because of the height thing. Which would make it a +1 on the 6. +1 on the 6. Or I wait for you to come to this location, then I could fire on you more. I'll wait. I'll fire when you're in this location here. So that's going to be 6. Move. Now I'll drop my concealment. Now I'll fire on you. And we'll do a 12 up 1 attack. 8 on the 12 is a 1 check. Leader. And the 658 is fine. And we have 6 residual. And you up here on this roof, again, you'll be 2 onto the ground floor. Then you're going to do that would be 3. I mean, I have to take that shot. Would I come here? 2, 3. I would not be able to move in anyways. Yeah, I think I would because this is going to force him to shoot, and that way this guy will have a better chance of making that shot. This is going to be a 6 um, +1, -1, -1 on assault anyways. Right? No, wait, -2, -3 with a +1, -2 on the 6. -2 on the 6. Yeah, all right, so it's going to be an NMC, and they break. And then lastly, we have our dude in the cellar. Comes up for 1. This will be a 4. And I guess you're out of move. Defending fire. I don't have any. I wasn't expecting this to come so quickly. So I'm kind of screwed right now in the center. I'm not in position. I was waiting to be one more turn of consolidation before I was attacked. And now all I have is this guy in the center right now, G. 2 squads that have to now backfill into this location. Yeah, I'm gonna have to send in you as well as G into the center to clean up. All right, anyways, defensive fire I don't has. And then we can go to advancing fire. Now, luckily I broke them, so that's good. We do have this guy to worry about. They do have assault fire, which means it's going to be a 7 attack coming back with a +2. I don't think I get the night bonus in this one. It's funny, I did a video on night and I already forget it. Any terrain whose topmost height is at least a full level higher than the fire. Yeah, so I don't get the +1. So it's going to be a +2 on the 6 coming back. That's no effect. And then that would be a 2 up 3. Sniper check territory, no effect. And then we can go route phase. You guys will have to slink back 1 hex. And then we go advanced phase. All right, so we're going to throw the 9-1, or sorry, the 8-1 into combat with the against the British guy. Should be interesting. Now SS are, I think, we're lax at night, and the British are stealthy because they're commandos. It must be in the scenarios. SSRs. Yeah, German are lax and British are stealthy. All right, so lax and stealthy should be interesting to say the least. Let's go to close combat. We only got the 1. Now ambush, we have lax and a -1, so that's going to cancel. Germans have a 6. British have a -1 and stealthy's a -2. They have a 4. So you only need to be 2 below, which means that they do have ambush the British. So it's going to be 7 1-to-1. And they need a 5 with a -2. So they easily kill the German. Maybe I don't need to support the front so much. That one went a little bit too easy, I think, right? Is it just me, or was that a little too easy? All right, turn 4. And wind change, die roll. We have NVR, which does not change. I think the 4 means it doesn't change. Oh, wait. Yeah, it increases it because no IR has been placed. No star shell, no IR has been placed, so it does increase the base NVR. So now we have a 5 NVR. Uh, all right, well, uh, we have no rallies to do on the British side. The Germans are really messed up, and the center is almost collapsed now because of that RE that they had. So let's go to prep fire. And let's go to, I guess I can fire on these guys. Command die roll. And I will prep fire 12 up, +1, -1. So 12 flat. And we have a 5 and a sniper. 5 on the 12 is a 2. And they are fine. Sniper is not hot. All right, let's go to move. And we'll start consolidating our lines, anticipation of shit getting hairy. So you're going to move. No, you're not. That is a booby trap, which means let's put you on the board, are going to be a half squad. And you're panicked. Okay. We have Colonel Frost here. That'd be fun if you get one too. You guys are going to move into. Oh yeah, you're supposed to assemble this in the last one, in the last phase, and we're gonna manhandle it into this location here. So we need to roll 11 or less. We do, so we're gonna manhandle it there. And you guys are going to enter this building here and claim that. Now you guys, E, wounded 9-2. So you're effectively an 8-0, means you have to do your own. So you're gonna have to leave the wounded leader behind with the half squad. And you guys are gonna stay behind. You guys are now gonna be E from now on. All right, so we're just going to put you on the board. You guys will be still concealed. You're going to come here for 2, and I'll put you into this location there. We're just going to use a solve move to come into K13. We'll advance slowly. T, you're just going to hang here. I don't want to push into this location just yet until this gets resolved. We got to watch out for our ambush getting ready. Here, I think these guys are fine where they are. We're going to stay there. This would be 3. I'd have to do a string die roll, then it could come back. Okay, I rolled a 1 on the white die, which means that I don't stray because I'm elite status. So I'll be able to come back here and I will be able to claim that wood building. But the 6 meant that I would have strayed otherwise. And then, yeah, that's going to be it. So far, booby traps have been my nemesis. We've got 2 half squads and a wounded leader because of that. All right, defending fire phase. Now we have only the 1 unit, so let's do a activation check. You can fire. This is going to be an 8 up 3, which is a 7 on the 8 is a 1 check. Oh my god, the Volks Grenadier is going to do some damage. Leader and squad. Yeah, come come on, man, really? Unreal. All right. Advancing fire phase, we have none, and we go to route phase. Now we have to move. Low crawl 1 hex. Let's go. Let's come back into the woods for now. And then we'll come to the advanced phase. You're going to come into here. You're going to come into there, and that'll give me a nice crossfire across that Broadway. And you guys will come into there. All right, so in anticipation of the ambush coming up, I'm going to put all the units on VA, VB, just to save time later on. Then we have Frost and his group. C and D. And then good old G. Alrighty, that's it for the advance, and we now await the Germans. Alright, wind change, no wind, no RE. They do have a rallies to do. We have two to pick from. We use two LMGs, so the top one first, 1 and 2. This guy is back. And the other guy keeps his DM because he didn't roll underneath his morale. Now we could do turn 4. What's supposed to happen turn 4? On the enemy turn 3. So I forgot to do that already. So we're supposed to have some reinforcements showing up from Camp Group NOS, which I completely forgot about. So we have a die roll +4. So we have 12 suspects. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, we have a die roll +2. Jesus, 7. Okay. Close. And you guys are going to be light green, coming in somewhere from one of these hexes, hopefully not F0. Let's get rid of the pins first. This should have happened last turn, so I'm going to have to do it in this turn complete. Anywhere from F0, M1, or F or V0. So we're going to go 7A. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so we have 1 to 2 is F0. 1, 2. Oh wait, I guess they would be all coming in at the same. I have to edit that. It's supposed to be they all come in from the same entry hex, and the first entry hex is number 3, which is going to be M1. So it's going to be this location here where they come from. And then the second group, which is this one here, is going to be Camp Grove Brinkman, and they're going to be coming in from one, which is JJ4, and they are going to be black. JJ4, this one right here. All right, so now they got to figure out which one, center of a 9 hex wide area. So we have, let's go a D6 plus 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'll be 6. Well, I guess I can't count those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. So just D6. Okay. 1, 2 go there. 1 comes here. 1 comes here. 1 will come here. 2 will come here. I have to re-roll the last one. It'll come there. All right, that's those. These guys will be walking for a while. And we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hexes to choose from. So we're going to do a D6 plus 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. All right, so that's where they're going to be coming on from. And these green ones, like I said, should have actually arrived in the previous turn, but I forgot completely. We'll have to do that now. Prep fire phase. Now we're going to do this guy here. That is a move command because they're advanced attitude, which means that he'll be moving. He won't be stopping to shoot. So you're going to move. What about you? That is a move command as well. You don't panic because you're elite. So we'll go right to move. And let's start with, I guess we'll do the convoy first. All right, so we're pointed the right way. Let's go 3, 6, 9. That'll be 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. We're not going to hit them yet. We're going to stop there, stay in motion, and then we're going to hit them on the next moon phase. We are going to hit them in turn 5. All right, move commands for you guys. Now you are in an odd numbered hex. You are in an even numbered hex. So normally you guys get different move commands. We're just going to roll the 1 for both of you. And that was going to be a 6. Now a 6 gets you full move roll at start. That's ridiculous. We're not going to do that. So we'll ignore that. We're going to advance into here for 3. Forgot to do my rally. We're going to advance into here, assault move. Right, that'll bring the DM back. And then this guy here. Let's come to this location here. We'll just assault move. You need this guy to make his command roll. And that means you can fire your 12 up 1 because again he's going to have wall advantage. Actually it'd be +2 because you're the full height advantage of the terrain. So it's going to be +2 on the 12. 7 on the 12 is going to be a 1 check and a sniper. So 1 check for that guy. And he passes and I get a sniper. All right, so this is the German sniper and the British sniper. We have a 2. Which one is it, north or south? It is the north sniper. You. That goes 2 for 3. 1, 2, 3. Looks like this sniper is going to be pinned. Yeah, we pin his sniper. And then we'll do the reinforcements coming on. All right. Now normally these guys are just going to move straight forward. We're going to head it down towards J block, and we're going to have to intercept them as they come along. So this guy's going to run right into our dude, which is unfortunate, but there's no way around it. This guy's going to come here for one. We still have not fired any paraflares, by the way, so we could always, at any point, decide to do that. This would be they pay daytime costs as well, so this is only going to be 3. 4 for the hedge. That would be 6. I'm going to let this guy go. Um, do I want to let him go? 1, 2, 3, 4. Be long range. I could activate him if I have a trip flare or pair flare up in the air. Um, we have NBR of 5, so I have seen movement. I could fire the trip flare this way and then do my deviation. Problem is I'm close to the map edge, so it might go the wrong way. I could fire it overhead and I hope it lands over here, but that would be outside. So I think I'm going to get this guy to fire one directly overhead. So I need a 7-0 to make a command die roll, and he failed. All right. Jeez. Well, Colonel Frost, you're in charge. I guess you're going to be the guy. So paraflare check. He has one, and we're going to launch it 6 hexes away and see where it lands. Now this would be a full um, um, extent of error. No having. I think that is the one that I want to do. Oh, 3 hexes, and then you do a full extent of error. Right, right. So it's 3 hexes. And then we do a full extent. So let's see where it lands. It's going to be 5 for 1, which is not too bad. Unfortunately, it's going to be just the limit of the suspect. So now when he moves his last 2, 3 movement points, he's going to be non-assault, which means he's going to be activated from this guy here. So activation check. Now we're going to have to roll on our custom table, which for us is going to be, that is Kampfgruppe on these guys right here. So what does that look like? We have a 4 squad leader and we have a heavy weapon. Now these heavy weapons are one of these ones right here. So it could be any one of those. So let's look at it. We got a squad, which is a 3. Great. So we have an A38 assault engineer. Lovely. 8 gets us a A1 because we get a -1. Actually, we get a -2. Yeah, so we got an A1. We're going to have a smoke grenade go off, and we're going to get a heavy weapon, which is looking like it's going to be a 81 mortar. So They're going to carry a dismantled mortar with a crew. So let's look at that. So you have an 838 here. We get an 81. 228 with a dismantled 81. Now I know that this is off board, so I'm not going to waste any fire on that. This guy is out of move anyways, so there's no point doing that. All right, you, my friend, you cannot set up like that. You have to come like this. You can only have maximum 2 off board in any location. So you're going to come here for 2. That'll be 3. That'll be 4. You become visible to either one of those units and activate it as a 3. 3 is going to generate a 9 on our table. Will be a half squad. 7 is a possible passenger on a 251. So we have a 8 half squad is going to be a 658. And then we have a 250 slash 1. Um, hmm. Now that would be a +2. With Knight would be a +3. I got a -2 leader on the 12 table. 12 of 1 would have a good chance of hitting those guys in that half track. 2, 3, 4. Now, normally the rules would say stop. I would say expending. Bypass 2, 3, 4. So the vehicle would have 14 movement points left. Hmm. Well, I may as well shoot at it. I think it makes sense to do that. So let's be on the 12 table with a +1. Well, alrighty. Never you mind, you carry on. What do I want to do with this guy now? If I move, I'll be in street fighting territory, which I don't want to do. I'm kind of screwed. I can't bypass. I could stop and dismount. Stop for 5. Dismount would be another 6. 5. Another 5 would be 10 move. Yeah, let's stop and dismount. I think I'm not going to do much. Nah, I don't know. We'll stay mounted for now. That's fine. We'll just hang out. We have 6 residual in that location. And now we're going to bring on this guy for 2. That'll be 3. He's not going to walk through 6 residual fire, so he's going to come into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's going to come this way for 5, which means he'll be activated as a 7. 7's going to be nothing. Yeah, 7 is no activation. And then our next guy will be going 1, 3, activated as a 5. Right, 5 gets us a half squat again, so we're going to look at, it's going to be a 658. Do we get a 350? Yes, or 250? Yeah, we do. So it's going to be the same situation. Now we're in a building this time, so. All right, so we're going to be in bypass on this side of the building. So we're not going to be able to attack that unit. If I stop here, that would be 1, 2, 3. Stop would be 4. Unload would be another 5. Total of 9. I could enter the building. I could then, at this point, lay into him with my firepower. I'd have to do command die rolls, so 1, 2, 3. Top down, 1, 2, 3. All right, so they're all in command. Let's do this LMG with the squad will fire first, so it's going to be on the 12 table with a plus 2. 12 up to you ever get that feeling? And then this guy is going to do the same thing. He's not going to be able to enter, so we're going to do 1 to 3 will be into the building. And he comes this way. He's going to come this way. He's going to get activated as a 8, which is going to be a heavy weapon, which will be a medium. Oh, wrong, that's a heavy. Heavy machine gun with a 228. All right, you're fine. And now our last 2 units will come on this way. You'll activate here. It'd be nice to roll at 6. Now, its activation is a 4. There's a -1 because you already have one within 2 hexes, so you're going to be activated. And you're going to come in as a Jesus brick. That's a spug. So, yeah, so it could be a Stu 42 or a 3G. And we have a Stug 3G. L. All righty then. Now, again, because we are in this situation, we'll be in bypass. Let's put them on this side here. Yeah, let's put him on this side here. He'll head for this guy here. Now that's 1, 2, 3. So let's pivot for 4. Bypass this place for 6 into that hex. We'll stop for 7. And then we're going to we'll shoot at this guy in the advancing fire phase. Do I have a Piat anywhere handy? I don't think I do. I need an engineer with the flamethrower up there now. All right, lastly, we have you for 1, and then 2, 3, and you're activated as well. A 9, again, is going to be a half squad with a half track. All right, 6, 5, 8 half squad. And oh, this time you're going to be a 250-10. So you're going to be in the hex. Your 250/10 is going to be, I guess, in bypass. I guess I'll put them over on this side. And we're going to have to increase the hex size to fit in everybody into their location. Well, that definitely complicated things, I won't lie. All right, next up we're going to have to do Brinkman reinforcements. Now these guys here are just more or less going to walk due east or west, I should say. So let's go 1 to 3 will be north. So we're going to come here for 2, 4, 5, stop. You're going to go 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go 2, 5. You'll have to stop. 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll have to stop. I don't think you're going to make it there before the game's over. And defending fire. All right. Well, I guess I could fire you guys now. So let's fire 8. Well, first of all, we're going to fire the 8 or the 4 up 3 here. No effect. Then we're going to fire 8 up 3 into that location. Oh, no, 16 up 3. That's a little better. And we're going to have an 8 on the 16. Should be a 1. Yeah, 1 check for that 3, 4, 8. Good enough to ELR because of the nighttime. So that's going to be a 5, 4, 8 half squad. And then you guys are kind of screwed. Let's final fire. It'll be a 6 up 2. 3, I guess, with night. Oh, wait, I forgot a sniper. So it's going to be a 7 on the 6 as an NMC. Pinned. That's good. Save my ass. Nothing else can see. Sniper that I missed. We have no sniper. And then we're going to do the advancing fire phase. Alrighty then. Let's drop a shell into that building. Oh wait, I can't acquire night because of that. Never mind. You're gonna fire 2 up. No, that's a waste. Not gonna bother. So this would be 2.5, 1.25, up to 3 because you're adjacent, 4 with the salt fire. On the 4 table, up 3. Sniper again. It is the north sniper that goes 1 for 1, so it's already pinned. It's not going to change anything. And then this 4 plus 2, no, 4 up 1. 7 on the 4 is a pinning. Leader is fine. I guess that would be axis now, wouldn't it? And let's go to now. These guys are in the truck. The jig is up. They're no longer cloaked because I took them off their cloaking. I could always fire on these guys as area fire. They are motioned on the back of a truck though, so I would not expect a lot of fire coming from them. They'd be quartered fire in the advancing fire phase, which means this guy would be 10, halved is 5, would be on the 2 table. Actually, it'd be halved 3 times because they're concealed. Never mind, that would be waste of die rolling. And let's go to route phase. Now, what has to run? You have to keep moving, so you're going to come back to there. Germans are fine. You have to go somewhere. Now, this would actually be in shadow, I think, from this building, so this guy would not be seen. But I think you're just going to head upstairs. All right, and then we're going to go into the advanced phase. Let's chase him off the board. I probably should be doing straying for that guy, but mortar crew, you're going to come into the orchard. This guy's going to move into here. You're going to hang out. You're going to stay where you are. Assemble your gun. No, I mean, you're already set. No close combat, and we're into the turn 5. So now we got to worry about game end. Remember, we do have a -1 on the game end. And do we have any concealment gains to worry about? Oh, I forgot to advance these guys back here. Advance, 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 advance. Yeah, all right, that's enough of that. Let's go to wind change. And we have no wind change, no NVR change. Let's do our one rally. This guy needs a 5, no 6, 6 or less. That would be clutch, and he comes through. I can stop being chased around the board by that guy. Oh, that star shell should have come off. And now I can do the German. I don't have any leaders, unfortunately, for them. That's it for that. Prep fire. I'm just realizing now that this guy is actually not concealed. He should have been sitting back here in the orchard because right now he's visible as a Jeep, which means this guy would probably not be driving towards him. I'm going to put him in the concealment terrain. That way he would stay actually concealed like this is supposed to represent. Prep fire. All right, let's start with this A1 here. Actually, we have a 9-1 here, command die roll, which means I can now fire this guy, which is going to be on the 12 up, 12 flat. Unreal. All right, and we're going to fire this because I'm sick of that guy. So let's do, that would be 18, 20 with the LMG, plus 2 down 1, be 20 up 1. Let's do, you know what? We're going to move first. I'm going to split up my movement and then we're going to fire. So let me put that back on. We'll do that later. Up here, things are getting a little bit interesting. So we want to do what? Um, hmm. How do I tackle this now? I've got a Stug here. I've got a couple of half tracks. I got some engineers here, and I got a heavy that's going to chop anything down this Broadway. You've got no target. You're pointing the wrong way. I could come this way, but again, you have 3 levels of stone. It's going to be very hard to get a shot. I do have white phosphorus, however. Star Shell has gone up, which means we must now fire them before we do anything. I'm not going to do that. Let's roll command die roll for him. Oh, Jesus. All right, so he failed, and we just rolled a booby trap on this location. So top down, 2, 3. So my flamethrower guy is a half squad. And Frost panicked. In the face of danger, Frost panicked. All right, now I've got no fallback. So I'm down to a 7-0 in this location. All right, you failed, so you panicked. I'm not going to worry about you guys. So 7-0. Panicked. Okay, give me something here, boys. Come on. Top down. 1, 2, 3. So the mortar crew panicked as well. And that gives me 820 firepower, which I'm going to fire on who? Let's fire 8 up 3 into this location with the engineer. 8 up 3. No effect. You're going to have to do something. I'm going to wait for that. You, 1, 2, 3, 4. Command die roll. Oh, Jesus Christ. Now we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Are you shitting me? All right, another 9-1 wounded because of a booby trap. All right, so you're gonna move. I think I'm gonna leave the half squad alone with the leader for now. At least give him some kind of close protection. And you guys will be fine. You are panicked. And that means you're in command. All right, so you... I don't even want to roll anymore because I'm afraid of panicking. What about you? All right, you're in command. You guys are gonna move. Let's go to move. Ambush is set, so that's not gonna change. This 9-2 here. This guy here is gonna move. And I'm gonna move him into the center. I need some more support there. And that way he won't activate any of this kind of stuff. Yeah, let's go to move. All right. Things are getting very spicy now in the kitchen. Let's go up here. You are going to wait to the advanced phase and jump on that guy. You're going to stay here. I need a flamethrower to move, so I'm going to have to move that guy. Half squad with the flamethrower is going to come here to H3. You're going to dash through H. No, you're not going to have enough move because of the wall. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get into this location. Well, I come here for 1, come here for 2. This guy would have to pivot using bypass if he wanted to shoot. I could flamethrower him. Pretty good. I would not be CX. I'm going to do that. So we're going to come here for 1. I think I want to fire a paraflare from this guy here. Does he have a paraflare handy? He does not. That'll be 2. Motion status is not going to help against a flamethrower, so I don't think I ought to worry about that. You. What do I do with you? Let's go back to you now. You're gonna come here for 3. You're gonna salt move into L6 for 3. Yeah, slow and steady. I can't go any faster than that. All right, here we're gonna send the leader and 1 squad with the LMG in to L11. Assault move. You are able to fire. Were you going to fire a 4 up 3 or are you going to fire on this guy? Either way, it's a 4 up 3 or an 8 up 3. I think you're going to try a 4 up 3. All right, so you failed. 4 up 3. That would be 2 residual. You guys now are going to do what? You're going to bypass? No, I can't bypass. I would suffer some residual. So you're going to have to come here for 2. That's going to activate this guy here. Red is chance of one of these. So we're going to get another SS. I've yet to roll a conscript. We have a 658. You're just going to fire 6 plus 1 plus 3, 4 for the knight, minus 1 for non-assault. So plus 3 on the 6 is no effect. And that would be a 1 residual because of the reduction in hindrances. And that would be 2, and then I could pay 5 to late CX into this location. You're going to assault move into this location here. I should have done a straying die roll for him. Okay, he didn't stray. You're going to come to this location here. You're going to final. It's going to be a 2. 2 up 1. No effect. I guess that would be a 2 flat because the height of the obstacle would not include the knight attack. And then I want to move you guys. Now, how do I move you without drawing any attention from the convoy? I'd have to assault move into the orchard. That would keep your concealment. I wonder if I'm doing the convoy wrong. Um, at what point would they stop, recognize the danger, and offload? It has to be a known enemy ground unit. They're all concealed, so none of that's going to matter. Yeah, it's got to be a known enemy ground unit, which they don't have. Everything is concealed, so I guess we're good. All right, yeah, we're good. Let's go to defending fire. Does we has any more? Yes, we can fire a 4 up 3. No effect. You here are going to fire 16 up 3. It's going to be a 8 on the 16, should be a 1, which is a pin result for you. And a sniper. Oh, we got a 1 this time. It is North Sniper once more. 5 for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, now we're cooking. So this guy is finally going to break. And then up here we have you. You're going to fire 8 up 2. No effect. You're going to assemble that. Too much in the way. You here. 6 up 3. 7 on the 6. Really? An NMC? So 7-0. Broken. 4-5-8 at the bottom is fine. 4-5-8 and a 4-5-8. Are you serious? I can't break a 3-4-8, but he can break me. And then the Stug. We're going to fire point blank. That's going to be +2 with a +3 with a -2. +4 with a -2 is a 6 or less to hit. That is a hit. And on the 12, we get a 7, which is a 1 check. And that is enough to break. Alrighty, let's go to advancing fire. Let's take a flamethrower to this business. Now we are 1 hex away with our 24 firepower. We need an 8 to kill, I believe, with the flamethrower. We need an 8. We're not long range. No other modifiers apply. So to kill, we do not get it, and we just ran out of flame. So I think because you rolled a 10, we're actually going to be able to claim it back and refill it in the next turn. Okay, that sucked because we were supposed to jump on that thing, but c'est la vie. That is unfortunately not going to be enough to do anything. All that's gone. I don't want to fire on that. I want to keep my concealment. I want to keep my concealment when I jump on that guy. I could fire on this guy. That would be on the 6 table up 4. And you guys are, oh, I forgot to move you. Let's come this way here for 4. And I am going to fire now. Let's go. Moving is down on the 3. Concealed is going to be down on the 1.5. +1 is 2.5 round up is 3, 6, 9. So it's going to be on the 8 table with a +2. 8 up 2 is a 7 on the 8. So we're going to have an activation. And we have a 5 with a -1 for VPO. So we are activated as a, that's going to be a 447. One of you, does he get a weapon? He does not. All right, so that's going to be a set of 1 check, right? 1 check. So that means your ELR is pooched. You're now 436. Excellent. Okay, and that'll be it for advancing fire. Now we can go route. What is broken? On the Germans or British side, we have to move these guys now. Let's come here. We have to low crawl 1 hex. So I guess we're coming here. And then on the German side, let's move 1 hex here. Come back there. Oh wait, you're already up in the upper level. And that is that. So turn that off. Advance phase. Let's roll a patsy on our half squad. Jump on this guy and bypass. You guys are going to jump on this guy here. I think I need a patsy because the guy's in bypass as well. You'll come there. Get our land back. I guess I get that building because they now vacated it, which is great. We're definitely jumping on this guy. We are concealed. We are stealthy, and they're lax. And we want to keep moving this way here. And then lastly, we're going to move into this location. All right, now we got a couple close combats, and I think we're going to make it a wrap. We'll leave the ambush for the next day. All right, so let's see if our half squad engineer can jump on and destroy a Stug. Now, we are ambush terrain because it isn't bypass, so we do have ambush potential. Look at Neil's charts, see what we get. All right. We are nothing for us except for stealthy, so we are at a -1. All right, so we're at a 4. We have a vehicle +2, button up is +3. They are at a 7, so we do have ambush. Now, we are a assault engineer with a +1. We have a half squad and net 3, so we're at a +4 already. Gammon bombs, we do have those potential. So we need a gammon bomb check. We do have a gammon bomb, and that gives us a further -2. So we have ambush. We have a gammon bomb, which is a net -3. So we're on a base 4 with a -3. All right, so we just took out a Stug with our half squad. Very nice. Very nice. All right, so hasta luego. And we are done with that. And then over here, we're stealthy and we are concealed. So we have a -3. So we're at 0, and the German is lax. They are at 3. So that is enough for ambush. And 1-to-1 with a -1. Not enough, so we lose that. They are at 1-to-1 with a +1. And so we're locked in melee. Is hand-to-hand in effect? No. All right, so we are in normal melee. Unfortunately, that wasn't enough. And that's kind of sucked. I won't lie. All right, we're going to do the ambush, and then we're going to call it a day. So wind change. No wind, no RE. Get rid of preps, residual, defensive, pins, star shells. Moves. All right. Reinforcements are all in, and we can just go right to rallies. We have 2 German rallies to do. So we have 2 9s. And we'll do these guys here. So this guy needs a 5. And the other guy as well. Nope. Now both will lose their DM because they're rolled under their morale. And then the British, this guy here. Not enough to rally, but you're going to lose your DM. And I think we had... Oh, that was it. All right, Tay. Let's do... Whoop, prep fire. Okay, so... Oh, I forgot to do this one, combat here. Again, so we're stealthy, which was a net 3, and he's lax. He is at a 6. So we have ambush at 1-to-1 with a -1. And he can withdraw. So he's going to withdraw to this location. I guess. And yeah. All right. Yeah, prep fire. So I guess you may as well shoot that guy. So it'll be 6 up 3. No effect. What are you going to do? We're going to move. You. You're going to move. This guy here is going to fire into this guy here. So it's going to be on the 6 up 3. No effect rate. And that's it. And a 348 in the vehicle is going to be moving. And the engineer. All right, let's I don't know, man. Do we fire him or do we move him? We have a choice of targets. The 458 would be kind of good to shoot. We do have this guy in vehicle bypass, so we can't shoot at anything else. So maybe we can shoot at this guy here, or we can protect our half track with keeping this guy suppressed, maybe. We do also, yeah, let's do that. So we're going to do an 8 up 2 there. One check on the 458, and he's fine. Sniper. Yep. We have North Sniper once more. Man, is he really busy. And 6 for 3. 1, 2, 3. This guy cannot hide. He is now a half squad. Hey, Bugs. How's it going? How'd your wife's thing go? Is she all right? Good, good. Good to hear. Clean as a whistle. Alrighty. Wait, that's the wrong guy. This guy I want. We have a mortar. Let's fire on Frosty. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. NVR is 5. Where's my NVR? Yeah, all right, so we can see him. Let's roll to hit. That is right. That is a hit on the 8. Up. That is 1.5, so it's going to be a +4. That's going to be a miss. That's going to miss. And then we go down to this guy here. Hey, Pugs, are you up for some Diablo later on, maybe in about an hour or so, or feel like taking a break from Squad Leader for a few hours? 16 up 3. 11 on the 16 should be a pinning, and he is good. Melee there, and that is it for the fire phase. Let's go to movement phase. All right, so we've only got those guys. A couple of hours. Okay, roger that. Let's start with these guys here. Just get this out of the way. So which way are we gonna go? We're gonna head to the south. So 1, 2. That would be 5. You gotta stop. You. We're gonna go 3, 6. You're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, wait, your daytime rates. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 5, 6. All right, then we do the convoy. Now we want them to get to E19, and then we're going to whack them. So they're going to get to here, and then we're going to hit them with the 57 long. Watch them panic. All right, so now we're going to whack them. Drop that, and we're going to fire on them with our 57 long, 2 hex range. We have a motion vehicle. Now these are Opel Blitzes, and they are normal size targets. I don't think they are, can't even see. Yeah, they're just black, so they're not, they're just normal size. Now that means, so we're gonna need um, base 10, we have motion vehicles an 8. Night, it will bring it down to a 7. 7 or less to hit. Waited 5 turns just to roll an 11. I'm gonna fire again intensively because why not? And that will be a hit because it's an extra +2. So I get my one shot off, and I do get a hit in. Not that I have a turret, I just need to hit. Now on the 57, which will put it on the 6 table, I need to roll a 6 or less to get a kill on the vehicle. All right, so that is going to be a kill. However, it's not a brew up, which means that on a 6 or less, these squads can survive. So the 447 and the 658. All right, so the 447 is dead, and the 658 will survive the attack. Now, he won't get any residual because it's the same attack that destroyed the vehicle. And Don was saying that the wreck doesn't, yeah, it disappears, doesn't show anything. So I'm going to have to use one of these to, whoop, oh, why doesn't it do that? Should be a wreck counter, but it's not given a wreck counter. All right, so that's one. It's funny. One and the guy survived. Let's work our way up the chain, and we have a Piot here. Let's fire that. I need a chain of command die roll first. 7, so he's in command. And that means this guy will be in command. Oh, he's a 9-2 as well. Actually, this guy would be in command, which means this guy would be in command. And then you guys would be. So we'll fire the Piot first at the second guy. And 1 hex range, we need a base 9. Again, motion and night brings it down to a 6 or less to hit. All right, so I do hit. And it is 8 firepower, so I need to get a, I think it's a, yeah, that's going to be a kill. A 6 on the 7 or less, so it's going to be the same thing. They're going to need 6s to survive, so the leader is dead, and the 658 is dead as well. And that's a wreck. Probably should be, all right, I'll figure the truck thing out later once we get everything sorted out. All right, next up we have, that's the Piot. So let's fire the infantry now. And we're going to fire 12, 14, 12 firepower plus um, I guess 12 up too. What do you fire on the IFT versus a moving vehicle? Why am I blanking right now? Um, any rate, on the 12 table, we have a 5. That's going to be a 12 is a base 8, so it's not a flaming wreck. So again, there's going to be survival of the of the uh, of the crews. So we have a 7-0. They need 6s, no, and the 658 is no as well. All right, now does this send anything to the casualty bin? It does. Okay, so all right, so it looks like we're back on track for CVP, and we need a rec here. Okay, and then lastly, we will fire this guy here, and we're just going to fire straight up units, and it's going to be on the 20 table. Plus 1 for night. -2. So again, it's going to be, yeah, barring something horrific. Yeah. All right. So that's a flaming wreck. And yeah. Let's put a wreck here. We'll get a blaze. And the attack is all but over. Now, what's left of the ground units that are red are going to be going on the offensive. So all these guys here, you, and you and you, are all going to advance. And I think that's about, oh, you guys as well. All right, so those guys all be going to advance in their turn. So next up we have to do defensive fire phase. No, we have other movements here. All right, now I got a problem here, right? So what do I do with this guy? If I move him first, this guy can street fight. If I move him last, this guy street fight. This guy is stopped. I mean, I could have fired him point blank into here. That's what I'm gonna do actually. He never started up, so before I do actual, no, I did move in phase. Never mind, too late. I missed my window. I should have fired on him. You're gonna start up in reverse. You're gonna back up for 5 total. Then you're gonna stop. Then you're gonna stop there. You here. See, as long as I stay here, I have vehicle bypass leads on this guy. But the problem is he's a half track and he's useless because he's going to die when this guy jumps on him. This is a lot of juicy targets for a half track to take over. The only thing I have to worry about really is a 648 that's going to be um, probably doing some street fighting. But if I could drive over this squad or half squad, maybe drive over this broken guy with my half track, that would be very cool. 1, 2, 3, pivot 4, 8 plus 1 would be 9. 10. This would be another 5, would be 15. I could run over both of these guys, do an overrun. Tripled in half would be 4.5. Tripled in half would be 4.5. Would be on the eights table with a -1, -1. So tempted to do that. I don't think I would though. You're gonna stop. You're gonna dismount. I should have done this last turn. Um, it just makes sense. You're gonna dismount. You're gonna jump onto that guy. No, you're gonna come back into this building, secure this block. Yeah, that's it. That's fine. All right, defensive fire. Um, that would be a +1 for the vehicle, 1 for knight, plus -2, so it'd be 6 flat. 6 flat is a PTC, which you're fine. That guy there needs a 4 up 2. That is a German sniper and a miss. German sniper is hot finally. A South sniper that goes 3 for 5. One, two, three, four, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Well, I guess I'll take this guy here. 1, 2, 3. This is what they call random atmospheric noise for the dice bot, by the way. Okay, so I'm going to take the 9-2. That is a 1, so this guy is dead. Now I get 2 other sniper checks. 1, 2. So this guy here would be wounded, or broken, I should say. Pinned, actually. So we'll take the bottom guy and pin him. And now they got to take a leader lost morale check with a -2. So the first guy's unpinned. And just another sniper check. And the pin guy, who's heated battled. So this guy here, let me do the sniper check first. All right, now the heated battle roll. And that is a battle hardening, which makes him fanatic because there's no enemy in sight. I don't think I can see the SS. Yes, I can see the SS. But I'm not adjacent, so I think I'm battle hardened. Wow. Wow. Um, yeah, well, and there you have it. Okay, so that was interesting. And other defending fire that I have. Let's go 648. Nope. This guy, that leader. And now we're going to do a 6 or 12 up 2. Nope. You guys will do your final fire with 12 up 2, 12 up 1. 7 on the 12 is a 1 track, and they make it. And then you guys will do your 18, 20 firepower. Halved would be 10. Actually, no, this is, yeah, that's right. Yeah, it'd be 20 up 4. 11 on the 20 into the cellar is a NMC activation as a 658 SS. NMC, and he is fine. Alrighty, so that's it for the defending fire. Now I do have some advancing fire from this guy here. Let's do a 6 up 4. So a 6 on the 4 is an NMC for the 9-1. 648, broken. Fine, fine. And then this guy here, he's going to be a 6 up 3, no effect. And that will be it for that. Now we can do the advancing or route phase. You have to keep moving, so let's put you here. You'll come to there. No. You can't route towards an enemy that you can see, so you're going to have to come this way. And the British will go this way. You guys are fine there. All right, then we go to German advance. Let's do this. Come into here. Oh yeah, we're doing that. Let's come into this block here. I think that makes sense. You're going to come out of the cellar, and then go to close combat, finish off this melee. So we're at 1-1, and so we need 5 for the German, and for the British Airborne, no. And in here, we need a ambush roll. So the German is at a +1. They're at a 4, and the British are at a -1. They are at a 5, so no ambush. 1 to 2 need a 4, and the British need a 5. Up here, 1 to 1, so we need a +1 for the German and a -1 for the British. Ambush for the British, 1 to 1, is a kill. Casualty reduction is enough to kill them. Game end, and we go on. And we're going to wrap it up there. All right, so not too bad. Casualty bin has been, where is my casualty bin? Bobistu, not showing up. Oh well. Most of my casualties have been a result of booby traps, I won't lie. And I've got 2 wounded leaders now, again, because of booby traps. So it's not the greatest. Maybe that rule is a little bit too powerful. I don't know. We'll have to see. Might have to nerf it a little bit. But yeah, not too bad. So bridge too far. Campaign game 1, block by bloody block. I think it's coming together. Early days yet on the playtest, so there's still a lot to do. Let me know what you guys think. We only played the first 5 turns. Most of it was just getting into position for the ambush. They didn't last very long. All 4 trucks were destroyed. One's aflame. And all that's left is the 1 squad. Now, when it came to this setup here, a lot of SS were generated. Normally the showing should have been 3 max. 3 Volksgrenadier 447s and 3 436s. And I still got a lot of red to activate as well. So a little bit more than standard, and it's putting a hurt on the British as well, so it's a little bit more powerful, but we'll see how that goes. At any rate, thank you guys very much for coming by the stream. Appreciate all the views. If you like it, let me know. If you want to join by the Discord, it's going to be in the description of the video. By all means, stop on by. If you want to continue playtesting, again, I appreciate all the help. Grab one of the downloads in the different sub-channels of the server on Discord and playtest your heart's content. Let me know what you think. We'll see you guys next video. And I should be up in probably a couple of days, not sure when, Monday, Tuesday. Not exactly sure when that's going to be.